Hey everyone, welcome back to Care Fiction. I'm your host Subhankar. It is no secret that the creators of the Stranger Things are inspired by the Dungeons and Dragons lore. And so you could see some D&D characters and other references in the series, most notably the Demogorgon and the Mind Flayer. And that brings us to the Season 4 trailer, where we catch a glimpse of the main antagonist. The Duffer brothers had said that this gnarly humanoid creature is called Vecna, and it draws inspiration from another D&D character who also shares the same name. So who exactly is Vecna from Dungeons and Dragons? Let's find out. For the uninitiated, Dungeons & Dragons is a fantasy tabletop role-playing game in which players can create their own characters, who then form a party, and within the story settings, together they explore dungeons, mysterious places, seek out adventures, and hunt treasures. There is a dungeon master who is like the referee and a guide and also the storyteller. The outcome of encounters or interactions and how the story proceeds are decided by the roll of dice. In a nutshell, it's a very entertaining game. Now, every fantasy setting is based off of a fantasy world or universe. And likewise, Dungeons & Dragons has several worlds where the stories are set, like Ravenloft, Forgotten Realms, Greyhawk, and so on. Vecna was once a human wizard from Earth, a planet in the Greyhawk universe, and who later became a Lich that ascended to godhood. Lich is an undead spellcaster, typically a wizard or a sorcerer. Well, that is a short version, but let's dig deeper. Originating from the planet Earth, Vecna was a human wizard, although some accounts claim that he was a half-elf. As his power grew, he feared his mortality and thus attempted ways to achieve undeath, or simply put, to become a Lich. Legends say that he achieved it in one of three ways. Firstly, he was taught by the demon lord of the undead known as Orcus. Secondly, he performed rituals with hundreds of mortals so as to absorb power from various other universes. Thirdly, a being only known as the Serpent taught him the secrets of achieving Lichdom. Vecna led a path of death and destruction, leading him to be called the Scourge of all civilizations. He amassed a vast empire with the help of his lieutenant, Cass the Bloody-Handed, a vampire and who was gifted the Sword of Cass that contained a portion of Vecna's consciousness. But it was Cass who betrayed his master and destroyed him. After his destruction, the only remains of Vecna's physical body were his left hand and eye. Soon, a cult formed around him and he rose among his followers as a demigod of magic and secrets. Vecna is so powerful that I can't imagine where to begin. For starters, he had the ability to paralyze others with his touch, can cast a variety of powerful spells, alter reality at his will, and of course, necromancy, the quintessential power of any evil wizard. He was also immune to diseases, mind-controlling powers, and powerful spells that were cast on him. The artifacts like the Eye of Vecna granted true sight to its wearer. With true sight, one could see through darkness, illusions, and invisible objects. Both the eye and hand of Vecna gave its wearer several powers, like immunity to disease and poison, premonitions, and regeneration powers. So yeah, Vecna is evil and malicious, and so it is fitting that he got monikers like the Whispered One, the Undying King, and Lord of the Rotten Tower. So that was briefly about Vecna from the Dungeons & Dragons lore, and I guess some aspects of its powers might be reflected in the Vecna from Stranger Things. He has a good amount of backstory, which would take some time, but if you want to know more about D&D Vecna, let me know in the comments. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching and see you soon.